Hey there, this is Tommy, and I'm really excited to bring you this video that's going to show you how I wrote and recorded a song in Sonar Platinum using primarily StudioLinkedVST's new Rompler called Modernize. Now, if you've never heard the term Rompler, I'm pretty sure you know what it is. It's just an instrument that has preloaded audio samples on it that play back. So most digital keyboards are considered Romplers. There's a couple of software Romplers out there. And Modernize is StudioLinkedVST's new version of a Rompler. So if you don't know a lot about StudioLinkedVST, up to this point, they have been primarily focused on more of an urban hip-hop R&B type sound. Now I want to show you how Modernize is transcending those musical genres. So to demonstrate the versatility of Modernize, I've actually written and recorded a song specifically for this video. And it's an upbeat indie pop song. And so you'll see how Modernize really fits that well. The sounds are great. They work well together. They work really well with other instruments. And if you look here, you see that I've got about 10 instances of Modernize on here. Now, percussion and guitars and vocals are the only thing that I didn't use Modernize on. I've got this 808 here that's supplementing the kick. But other than that, the percussion are instruments other than Modernize. So let me start there. Let me quick group these, and I'll play for you the Percussive Groove. So you can see the sound I was going for. It wasn't a traditional drum kit. It's more like 3 or 4 or 5 guys sitting around playing different percussive instruments. Let me play the intro here for you, and you can see how that feel is established. So that's the feel of the intro and the first verse. Now going into the chorus, I wanted the song to be really full and have big choruses, have a big hook. And so I went straight to bass was the first thing I went to after I had the percussion. Now, generally, when I've produced music in the past, I've almost always, 100% of the time, gone with an instrument that was a bass guitar. Now, if it wasn't an actual bass guitar that was being recorded, it was a virtual instrument that mimicked a bass guitar. So when I went looking in Modernize for a bass, I really didn't know what I was going to find. And I was extremely pleased because the first preset, I went through all of these, but the very first preset was one that I landed on because knowing that this was going to be I wanted it to be really catchy and lighthearted but I didn't want it to turn out too soft. I wanted to have punch and to have some grit, to have some bite. And I wanted the bass to be one instrument that did that. So I wanted something that had a little bit of growl and a little bit of bite to it. And I was extremely pleased with this sample. That just has a great ominous character to it that works so well. Now, because I wanted the song to be catchy, I needed a great lead part. And I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted something that, because the vocal's really what is out front, I didn't want a lead part that was out front. I wanted something that was more subdued and maybe almost subconscious, but it's really adds to the hook of the song. And going through the different samples, I landed on this one. It's actually a Pluck called Angry Pluck, but because of the register that I'm playing it in and the way I'm playing it, it doesn't sound angry at all. And then I also utilize on this one a little bit of this feature in Modernize that allows you to layer different sounds, and I've got a little bit of the organ mixed in with this Pluck. Yeah, so it's very catchy, it's very light, it's exactly what I was looking for. And then I like to layer songs with pads and organs and strings and fill out the space. I think that it sounds great when you can lay that foundation like that. And this pad was probably my favorite sound of any in Modernize, and I've been through most of them by now, and I think this is probably the most inspiring to me. And for some reason, when I came across that sample and I was playing it, it really inspired me. I loved that sound. It's exactly what I needed, what I was looking for. And for a humble home studio guy like me who doesn't have access to unlimited gear and unlimited software and unlimited musicians and a big studio, it's really nice when you come across things like this that inspire you, things that you can just like, oh, that's the sound I need right there. I'm going to use that one. And you don't have to do a lot to it and you can move on. And so I was very excited to find that sound. And then right after that came across this very nice and warm organ sound. So one's off to the left, one's out to the right, and they really do a great job of filling out the space and laying the foundation for the song. So you can hear, let me go ahead and I'm going to mute these vocals just for now so we can hear the music. You can hear coming out of this verse the impact of, see, we go from acoustic guitar right down the middle to two takes, one out left, one out right, and then the electric guitar comes in. And this is actually electric guitar TH2 Producer, which is packaged with Sonar Platinum. So I got a great sound in electric guitar that fit great with the mix. And here's what it sounds like. So I really like the way the bass and the electric guitar play off each other, because they're both, obviously the electric guitar is really distorted and nasty sounding, and then the bass has that bite and that grit down at the bottom end, and I think they really add character to the song. So moving on to the second verse, the piano comes in, and Modernize has some great piano sounds, and I use this grand piano too, which is, it doesn't really sound like a warm traditional grand piano. It's got something to it. I don't know if it's distortion but it gives it more character. And I needed, in a mix like this, I needed it to cut through a little more. So I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for more than just the warm sound. I needed something to bite a little more. And this was the sound I landed on. So coming out of that chorus, all these instruments stay in. So we've got doubled acoustic guitars, the bass stays in, and this piano comes in to change it up a little bit. It's quite a bit of a change from the first verse. And then coming into the second chorus, the only thing we pick up is the string part down here, which is another thing. Modernize has some great strings, and they range from anything from strings like this says, real strings that sound more like a normal string section, to strings that are more heavily processed and give you a different feel. And these are, this one particular one is called Tomorrow. And see, that's almost got a hint, just a hint of a mellotron string to it. So it's not it doesn't sound like a traditional orchestra, a traditional string section. So here's coming into that second chorus, which is pretty much like the first, except we're picking up that string section and it just takes it a little bit further. So in the bridge, let me pull up this this bridge lead. Now this is one I actually used, again, the layering, and it's actually the electric piano Supreme is mostly what the sound is, and then I've mixed in this hard lead called Success, and then I use Sonar's paint feature, paint tool. Let me move this out of the way. And painted some automation. And it made it really easy. And so what I've automated here is this resonance knob, just to give it a little bit of, appear to have a little bit of movement. So this is a time I was really going for something different, you know, and so I played around quite a bit and tried to find the perfect mixture of sounds that I wanted, and then decided it needed a little bit of something because this bridge is pretty bare. It needed a little bit of movement to it. So then I automated the resonance knob. Then this bridge, we also have what I alluded to earlier, this real string sample. And that has more of a real string section sound. And so going very stripped down in the bridge into the chorus, I wanted this chorus to be big. It's got to be the biggest part of the song. And so everything comes back in, and then we're also going to add this bell lead part here. And that actually follows the vocal melody. So coming out of the bridge, let me quick group and unmute the vocals so you can hear what this sounds like. You'll see how it goes from the stripped down bridge into the big, huge chorus, and you'll hear the way Modernize can really make a song sound big. So I wanted to point out a couple of other, let me get to the console here. I wanted to point out a couple of other StudioLinkedVST plugins here that I used, and I thought this was a cool way to end a song here. Let me get this pulled up. So this is called Tape Stop. The tape stop does just what it says. You can do different speeds of slowing down. You hit the trigger and it slows it down like you're stopping a tape machine. And then they've also added a filter here and a tremolo. So let me just show you one use for this here. I've got this automated on the master bus, I believe. Make sure. Yes. So I thought that was a cool, I think this is a cool plug-in. Let me show you what the filter and tremolo can do. Pull this back a little bit. So yeah, just a really simple plug-in, and that's the kind that I like. Just have a couple knobs, do a couple things. They don't try to do too much. Very simple function, and you can really get some really neat effects out of it. So the other one I wanted to show you here was Record Player. Record Player is an extremely fun plugin to play with. Now it's got some scratches. And if you want to add some noise, add some white noise. And then probably the best part of it is this filter section. And there's some presets here that you can see of different sounds, but you can filter your sound. And let me show you what I did with this one. So you hear that, it's even got the warp, like you've got a warped record, and you can hear it kind of slowing and speeding up. And so that's a record player, really great. Again, just a simple plug-in. It's got a filter section. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you got a glimpse into how well Modernize works for different types of music. It definitely did for this song, and I think that it made all the difference. I was actually a little bit surprised at how well I was able to achieve that indie pop singer-songwriter vibe with mainly Modernize as my tool. I had a lot of fun writing and recording this song. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.